People in China are in shock following events which unfolded in front of this stadium. Now, the complex is now closed off, but normally you can go in there and exercise there.
A very warm welcome to the channel. It is Wednesday, the 13th of November 2024, and a big hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining my channel. Now, what I showed you at the very beginning was a BBC reporter, freedom of the press, freedom of speech, so to say, and China claims it does have freedom of speech. But what happens is actually very interesting. This presenter on BBC does speak Chinese. Now, many people don't like the BBC, that's okay, but I just want to show you what happened, that he is just saying what happened in this stadium, this sports centre behind him, and it's actually really sad news. Let's watch the whole clip.
So you're obviously getting hassled here by these people, so we'll just walk over here a little bit. I don't know if they're obviously being organised by the party to try and stop this type of thing happening. No, Xi Jinping has called on officials all over the country to try and settle community disputes to prevent this type of thing happening in the first place. And I suppose, what is he going to say after all? It's a really inexplicable event. According to the police, this official, the official reason they're giving is that this man was upset about his dispute with his wife after the division of his property following his divorce. And for some reason, this has led him to drive into this complex and kill people. He also harmed himself, it seems, with a knife, and according to reports, he's now in a coma. So all of this has been very disturbing. Partly you can see why it might inflame tensions and why there might be local party officials trying to organise those who would try to stop us from reporting on this. But either way, it's the type of thing that has happened, unfortunately, in China before. There are these copycat mass attacks. Somebody has some sort of grievance, they end up taking it out on complete strangers, and then we have this type of thing of the government trying to stop it from happening. 你别那我们那你走那我们要跟你别做那个我也给警察打电话你给警察打电话那行可以好吧那行我可以好行可以你呢你是谁你我是中国公民你没有权利打扰我们我是中国公民你给中国派你没有权利你有采访证吗跟你没关系的你别打扰你别做那个我们告诉警察你别做那个你别做那个你没有权利做那个你知道你没有你知道你没有你知道你别做那个你别做那个你做你在中国的土地上我就
The person who is giving him grief supposedly is like a official saying, you can't film here, you don't have permission, etc., etc. The BBC have been in China for a very long time, and I'm sure they know what they can and cannot do and do abide by the rules. Regardless of that situation, he is just being horrible in the way of saying, you can't film here. And Chinese state media only does happy things, the positive things. They are not allowed to broadcast bad things which happen in their country. Not always, but it's sort of shocking that this has actually happened. A man is doing his job and he is just saying what's happened with the facts, with the evidence, and this plainclothes policeman or whoever he is saying is no, you can't because you're a foreigner, this is our country, is not your country. It comes down to other things as well, beginning with the letter R, but let's not go down that path. How the Chinese government or how Chinese state media, which is controlled by the government, like Xinhua News, Global Times, People Daily, China News, etc., is they would put happy things onto social media to hide away the things which the Western media, or the international media, I think is a more polite way of saying it, the international media would actually share with you, like pandas, for example. Could you imagine that a American reporter is outside 10 Downing Street in London in the United Kingdom saying something what's happening with the Prime Minister? I don't think a English person says, you can't film here because you are American and you don't have permission. Obviously, journalists do. Don't ask me the legality of it, but they do. So it's so different between, you could say, different countries related to it. Now, every country has rules and regulations, and I think most of the time, not all, but most of the time, journalists would obey this on the right side of the law. But it's sort of just obeying. So they won't go to the old bill. They won't go in the nick. They won't be banged up in a foreign country. But in China, if it's something bad, it's usually taken down. So this article that I showed you is going quite viral on Twitter, is where I found it. And again, immediately after it, it was pandas. I will show the panda clip again. I will wish you a happy day. Thank you for sharing. Please do like and subscribe. And if you do want to donate to the channel, either please do become a member, or you can just do a donation onto Super Thanks. Christmas is coming. I'm trying to save for a wonderful Christmas. Have a great day. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.